What's going on, good people? I'm having a talk with Long Live Coins. Thank you so much for coming in. I'm glad to see everyone in the chat who has come along to see this, and those who are watching the replay, do a couple things for me. I need you to hit that like button. Then I want you to hit all the notifications, right? And then I want to make sure you find a video to leave a comment and say, hey, I'm come checking you out. I'm new to the channel. Hey, this is what you can do better in this video. And this is what I like in this video. This helps me to make sure that I keep the content fresh for you to view. And I appreciate you for doing that for me. If you are a member of the channel, leave a comment of every video. Let me know that you're in the house so I can shout you out on my next live stream. I appreciate you all for being here. Today we are talking to Long Live Coins. He has a YouTube channel you have to check out. It's right here, Long Live Coins. He has a group of videos that we'll be talking about today, asking him some questions about how his channel got started, and we talked some silver talk. So thank you guys for being here for that. Let's bring up Long Live Coins. What's going on? How you feeling today?
JT, good to be here. Thanks for having me.
And I appreciate you coming on a Sunday and give the opportunity to talk. Long Live Coins is my first channel member, and I wanted to give him the first interview out the members channel interview session, you know? So that meant a lot to me, more than you ever knew, because I was like, it took years and years for me to get monetized, number one. So I took it seriously to get monetized. And taking the next step, I didn't know what to do with the memberships. And then when I looked up and saw I had my first member, that was like, whoa, this was crazy. I was totally shocked. I was like, man, I got a member, you know? And I looked, seen it was you. And I said, well, I didn't tell anyone that the person who's going to be the first member would get a coin ring. And I let you know that, and you says, nope, I don't want the coin ring. I want to pay for one when I get it. I want you to do a giveaway. So I said, you know what? That's what I'll do. So today, guys, the giveaway, a winner of the person who comes up to play the game of Hangman. If you win the game of Hangman, you will have an opportunity to, guess what, win a coin ring, a quarter coin ring. And this is sponsored by Long Live Coins, okay?
Wow, cool.
You know what I'm saying?
So, great idea.
Yep. So I said, hey, you know what? I'll save it for this day.
Nice.
You know,
Nice.
I'll save it for this day. So I appreciate you just for that sentiment of becoming the first member of the channel. Number two.
Yeah, I had no idea I was going to be the first, but I didn't notice that was, you know, I didn't know that was your first day of putting that option up there. I just seen it was an option. I was like, oh, I'm going to give this guy some support. I really like his channel. And then I ended up being the first. And yeah, that was awesome.
Man, I was like, whoa, I'm telling you, I got a member. I got a member. And then it went on to, I had the first super chat. So it was like, man, this is pretty cool. So, all right. Because you understand, like, after trying my best to get these watch hours, man, and it was definitely the support that everyone's here right now. Giuseppe Vincenti, we got Line Punch Ford in the house. Everyone, Homestead Aquarius, everyone who put in the hours, leaving comments, watching hundreds of videos I put out over the years is what helped me get to this point. And then when I finally get to the point to get rewarded with great members such as yourself, Giuseppe Vincenti, Dave Pierce, and everyone, Giuseppe went and got the highest membership. He sends it every month to support the channel, and that allows me to get new gear and everything that's needed for the channel. So I appreciate you all. So let's go ahead and pull up who is in the comments right now, who came in to see us in the beginning. And if those who are watching the replay, make sure you leave a comment so I can mention you in the next live stream. We got Rocka Maz in the house. Rocka, how you feeling? We got West Texas Stacker in the house. How you feeling? Dave Pierce, another coin ring creator in the house. How you feeling, Dave? And Giuseppe Vincenti, all the way from Germany. How you feeling, friend? It's good to see you. And we got Lion Punch Forge, a creator that makes tools. He makes beautiful jewelry as well. I met him doing some work with Peppy Tools, Lion Punch Forge. Chris, it's good to see you, man. Thanks for coming in the chat. Appreciate you. And Homestead Aquarius is in the house. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate everyone coming in. I thank you so much for joining this chat. We're going to talk with Long Live Coins. He says, thanks for the love, supporting what you do. I appreciate that, man. I really do. Awesome guy. Awesome creator as yourself, man. Thank you so much. I definitely love watching your work. And I have some of the things you designed, definitely with the saw that I have downstairs that you put that work in at Peppy's. So look at you. Long Live Coins. Sniping first member status. There can be only one first. That's right. You only be one first.
I know. That was awesome.
Only one first. Like some of you always remember for real. So, overall, I had some things I wanted to come and share with you. But the question is, how long have you collected coins? Tell me that. Let's start the conversation off with that.
Well, I would say in 2017 is when I started. I did buy a coin when I was a kid that I still have. It was a Morgan dollar, but I didn't know what it was or anything about it. Didn't pay attention to it until 2017, and I was kind of looking at just what I felt like was a bunch of lies in the mainstream, and I decided, I want to get something solid that I can protect myself with, and that's when I started moving into precious metals.
Okay. And what was the first thing that you stacked when you got into
silver?
Silver. Yes. An expensive way to doing it. And do you remember the first silver coin around that you picked up?
Yeah, I do. It was a Silvertown round. I actually got a couple, but the one that I remember was a Silvertown round.
Okay.
And it was a little package that you get as a starter kit.
The 10 that comes inside the first packet, was that the one you received? I know that places like SD Bullion, JM Bullion got like the starter pack, like 10 generic rounds. Was it something like that?
No, when I got into it, I ran into someone I was actually at a gun show.
Okay.
And I came across a table that had just a bunch of silver and gold laid out across it. And it looked so nice. And I got to talking to the guy there, and I was already kind of the mindset of like I say, looking for something like that, kind of protecting the family. I was, looking into those things. And I went home, and a couple of weeks later, I talked to that guy again. And, within a month, I moved in, and they kind of had a company where it's kind of a pyramid type thing, but you're getting precious metals. And I knew that it was going to be legit. I knew that I might be overpaying a bit, but since I didn't know much about the industry, I felt I wanted to have the safety of knowing I was getting legit stuff.
Okay.
And so that's how I got into it. But over time, I ended up going off on my own. Once you figure out the market a little bit and some of the online dealers, and you get to know silver and gold and feel comfortable with it, then that's when you can start finding your own deals and whatnot. Or at least that's how I kind of stumbled into it.
Now, with those type of organizations, I've seen a couple.
Yep.
How much was the premiums on the precious metals?
It was heavy, and it it depends on. In fact, I have a few here. It kind of depends on which level you wanted into. They kind of had a 3-tier system. You could move into the top one where you may get a gold coin every month, or a very, very high price silver coin, or you could just do a Silver Eagle state series month to month, and that's what I started with. I think I ended up in their middle program, which I think was their best value. So at the very base rate, I would get these here, which is, so it's just an MS70
Okay.
Silver Eagle 2020 or 2021. They were actually type 1s when they started, and then they got into type 2s, but it just, all it is a MS70 Silver Eagle, and just it has a state series label on them. So they did, the first state was Iowa, and then the second state. So they were going to do all 52 states, and I have about half of them. And this was where I was paying the high premium.
Okay.
I was paying like $120 for this coin when it's probably valued at 50, 60, something like that. So that was a heavy premium. Then their next grade up was $10 up at like 130. And they would send you random coins. You didn't know what it would be, but it would be an MS70, and it would be some kind of a collector coin. And that's where I ended up actually feeling like I was getting more value. I end up with this coin, which is a U.S. State Animal Series, Cook Island. It's the Morning Cloak Montana coin, Morning Cloak butterfly, and it's from the U.S. Mint. And so this particular coin I paid about 130 for, and it shot up in value within the first couple years. This is, last time I checked, from 1,500 to 1,000. It bounces around from about $1,000 to 1,500. So this coin I ended up doing well on, but a lot of them would just be like this. It's probably about at value of what I paid for it or something. Some of them were probably a little under. So I mean,
but one thing I seen, you noticed the first American Silver Eagle that you put up that was slab. It was an MS70. That's the highest you can get in March. So that's a pretty good graded coin. What would be the value of that coin in that year?
Right now?
Yeah.
I would, plus another nice thing about this is they have a website where they will buy and sell with other people within that business. It was called 7K Metals. And they have their own kind of website where you can take your coins and sell to other members who might have that same interest that you do in those state coins if you're missing a coin. So you can get your better value from there. But you can take these, you can see these on eBay. I've got some of them off of eBay, I'm sorry. And they go from anywhere from the value that I paid, but generally they're selling at $50, $60, something like that.
Okay.
It depends, again, if you go onto that site where there's people who know what this is and they're looking for that state, they don't have it, you're bound to get your value out of it there.
Okay.
You just go on eBay where people don't know that there's a whole series of them, and this and that, your value, you're probably going to lose some of your value there. And that's why people say stay away from these companies, is because you're paying a premium,
right?
On just that little piece of paper that they're putting some state on there in a pretty picture, but your value should be in the coin,
the metal, and being a silver metal or whatsoever.
Right.
But so would you recommend people getting that first? How would you, to start off, because you've been doing this for 6 years, since 2017, would you recommend someone their first introduction to precious metals to be through a company like this, or would you tell them to?
I'm actually not against it. Once you get the knowledge, I would say, once you get the knowledge, you have it, and you're gonna know that, okay, I can do a little better on my own here,
Right.
But if you don't know anything about precious metals and you're in a new city like I was, and I didn't know anybody, and and you don't know what's going on,
right?
But that this is a legit company, and you can go somewhere to fill out a complaint or get your money. They're not just going to be able to rip you off and run away and hide.
Right.
So that's what made me comfortable. And I knew in my head, I knew that what I was getting into and that I was probably overpaying a little bit. But for me, I look at it as like kind of like, well, people spend a lot of money to go to college and learn about something, you know.
That's true. Good
So,
point.
it's just I paid a little bit more, and that's okay because I knew that I was going to get something legit, that I wasn't completely getting ripped off, and it gave
Hmm.
me time to learn about the metals, and then I was comfortable on my own. So in that fashion, I'm not against it. Now, if you know someone who knows metals well, there may not be a need for you to go down that avenue.
Right. Did anyone in your family ever talk to you about metals? Grandfather, uncle,
No,
anyone? Same,
no,
same for me.
no, not really, not
Okay.
really. I did it, like I said, once when I was a kid.
Hmm.
During my parents' divorce, I was with my grandparents in Texas, and they took me to an outdoor show, and there was coins there, and I think they got me something just to get me something, and it was
Okay.
a 1980 Morgan. I still have it, which
Oh
is,
wow.
but or an 1880, excuse me.
I would say, oh yeah.
Uh,
But that's cool. So the first coin being a Morgan, and this is when, how old were you?
I would have been like 10, 11, something like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it's something that you held on for all these years.
I did, not knowing what it was. Now that I'm in coins, I like that I kept it, but I'm lucky that I kept it.
Yeah, I mean, because over the years, it definitely could have been lost. And these are the stories I like to hear because people they kind of sit back and think about their first time they ever held a silver coin in their possession, given to you by a family member, like going through this show, something that you hold on to. I was talking to Brown Sugar. I was doing a live stream, and I asked a question to the chat. What was the first first coin you ever had in your hand that was silver or whatever? And she told a story in the chat about her first coin was an Ike dollar, and it was given to her by some stranger. And she was out with her parents, and this person thought it was fitting to give her a silver dollar.
Wow, that's
And
cool.
she has it to this day. So you never know exactly what will spark your interest when it comes down to precious metals. I remember when I was young, my uncle would get me and my cousin together, and this is in this maybe early '80s, and he would get some change in his pocket, and the first one who can count it all will get all the money.
Oh, that's hilarious. That's a good idea.
You know what I'm saying? And it was silver, but I wasn't never fast enough. My cousin Ryan, and I blame that on public school. My cousin Ryan with a private school. I think they added a little faster in Baltimore, and he would get the silver. Now I had a coworker in 2007 who introduced me to a book. I usually carry that book down here, but I left the book upstairs, I believe. Do I have it? No, it's upstairs. He gave me a book because he collected silver and gold, and it was 2007, and it had all of the coins, their values at that time, their grade, and everything. And I was like, what the heck is this? I'm not interested in this. He says, Mr. Toad, you need to get your children some coins and something my dad told me about. And it was the first person ever told me about coins. Wow. I didn't get into coins like 10 years later. Maybe I started maybe 2018, 2019 when I started this channel. So I wished I got into gold in 2007 and all that stuff because it would have been a lot cheaper. Maybe expensive in my eyes back to those dollars, but compared to what we see today, $2,000,
yep.
It was like $300 to $600, I believe you can get a gold coin for. So that kind of leads me into the next question. Do you like to stack silver or gold?
Yes and yes.
Okay, all right. What's your preference?
Silver right now.
Okay.
I guess I more see it as even more undervalued right now.
Mm-hmm.
I love gold. I want more gold, but from what I've looked at the market and looking into history, and I'm a guy who doesn't have a lot of value. In fact, nillo value to start with. So, it's something that, like you were talking earlier, you like to get into it earlier. Precious metals, at least so far, is it's a time thing. The earlier you get in, it's over the long time that you're happier that you got in whenever you got in. So yeah, I look to hopefully move over some of my silver into gold, as I'm hoping the ratio closes, the gap closes a little bit, where we're kind of up at the all-time highs, or really high anyway, gold to silver ratio. So yeah, I mean, I guess I'm stacking more silver because I think that's where I'm going to get the most value in the long run.
Yeah.
Right. I'm happy to move into gold, but if I think if I had a lot of wealth to begin with, I would have probably put more into gold, because I think it's safe and whatnot. So, I think it's something good to get into, but it's already kind of, I think, valued a little bit higher than silver is, even though I think they both have room to go.
Right.
So
we got a comment by Dave. Dave says, silver is way undervalued today. So he agreed with you in that statement there. I do as well. I like to collect silver, and when I put in my budget, sometimes it's I do maybe $50 to $100, depending on what it is. Just grabbing some constitutional silver, maybe some different foreign coins. Just if it's 90% silver, or even 0.99 fine silver, I just try to grab it because it's pretty inexpensive. I have this shirt on, junk silver over junk food.
Nice. I like that.
Because when I was in my drive to lose weight, I said, well, I should tear up the vending machine at work. And I was burning it up. Let me tell you something, LLC. I was burning that coin machine up, and I was just dropping money in it, right? And I looked at my receipts after the month. I'm like, man, I'm spending about $30
wow
or more on these junk food. So I said, well, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm going to campaign junk silver with junk food, and I'm gonna take the money that I would have spent and go buy me some constitutional silver. So that was my thing, that I did maybe a year ago. So awesome. I did pick silver. I couldn't buy gold, but with making some coin rings over, I could buy maybe a 1/10 ounce. And that would have been something I'd probably invest for my daughter, put her into her stack. We have a question from West Texas Stacker. He says, JT, do you set yearly goals for silver? That's a good question. I do. My goal this year has been to invest more in constitutional silver. And the reason why, because I do take quarters, half dollars, and make rings out of them. So I look at anywhere from my $100 a month I put towards silver, at least half of that's going to be constitutional. And then the other half, maybe 1 or 2, if I can put a little bit more on my budget for silver, to get me a silver round or a coin. But I use part of that constitutional silver in order to make more money to fund my next year. So I usually try my best to do anywhere from 20 ounces or more a year. I keep it simple. I went so hard a couple of years ago. I put too much money in silver, too much money in gold, and not enough money in my emergency fund. Okay.
Yep. No, that's a problem I have too.
Right. So what happened was I went through my emergency fund, and then I had to sell my metals. So what I did now was like, okay, steady stack with my silver. When I can make enough profit, I buy maybe a 1/10 ounce, maybe a quarter ounce of gold, and I keep it simple. I believe that silver is going to be here, but I don't want to. I want to make sure I have enough emergency cash at hand, so I won't have to sell my metals this time around. So I'm doing it nice and slow. Yep. But Nothing too fancy this year. Not a lot of collectibles. Not a lot of fancy premium coins. Just nice and simple rounds. Some coins, maybe foreign coins, and constitutional silver. What about you? Maybe you want to answer the question from West
Yeah.
Texas Stacker.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with a lot of what you're saying. I guess one thing I would add is when I first got in, I wasn't as sure of if the picture I was looking at in my mind was proper on the world's monetary system and that I was thinking correctly. And I was nervous enough that I got into silver. But of course, I kept looking into it from then on. And so in the beginning, I was a little more focused on collectibles. And now that we're progressed to the point where we're at, and I'm pretty sure that what I'm looking at in the monetary system is happening, I lean now more towards probably what you're saying is whether it be constitutional or just 3/9 fine, generic silver bars, get your weight up type of a thing at this point. So yeah, and I mean, I still love collectibles. Obviously, I have some high dollar collectibles as well, but at this point, you know, it's becoming clear enough that yeah, I think moving into some weight, you know, is a good, smart thing to be doing at this point. However, collectibles are still doing well. So,
Yes.
you know, you got to have a little bit of fun with it too, right? Like,
I agree. I mean, I do have pieces that I love that I would never sell.
right.
I have this Memento Mori coin here. I don't know if I can get a good picture. So, I got this for my birthday.
Do a full screen on that so I can get a.
Okay, let me see. This right here is a Memento Mori. I love this coin. It's my zodiac sign here, which is a Cancer. And beautiful silver coin. Not many was minted. And I got it for my birthday. It's one coin that I would never sell out my stack, right? So there are some coins that I would like get in, that I would purchase, that were just things I love. But from past experience, I have to be disciplined because I put a lot of money, thousands of dollars, into my metals. And when I went through a divorce, I had to like liquidate.
Ooh.
And I sold some things I never wanted to get rid of.
Oh,
so
man.
this time around, I never wanted to do it. Well, that's beautiful.
Yeah, so this is, I don't know if we'll have much time to talk about it, but my other passion in the coins that I got led into is the ancient coin.
Yes. Save that.
Okay.
We're gonna mention that right there. That's a beauty. That's a beauty right there. I don't want to give too much away.
Okay.
Because that's one thing I love about your channel and things that you share. But I want to give people pieces of this. We have a comment by Dave Pierce. Dave says, set a money amount and always pay yourself first. Great advice.
Yeah.
That's discipline. You have to discipline yourself,
right.
And remember to pay yourself first. And also, like I mentioned before, set that plan for that emergency fund. That what if,
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So you don't have to dip into your metals.
That's probably one of the smartest statements as a stacker over the years that I would say I need to keep on the front of my list. Like,
I'm gonna make a shirt and send it to you, so you can remember every time we go want to make that purchase. Like, okay, we got to do this first.
Yeah, just add discipline below the one you have on right now, and I'm all over it.
Which is on my website, by the way.
Just really?
Junk silver over junk food. Plus, if you on that fitness goal, which I'm having a nice tropical smoothie in my my Silver Talks cup right now, just to remind me, get on that goal again, because 2024 I'll be 50 this year. So along with my stacking goals, I have the fitness goals as well as I hit this golden age of 50. Probably by that time, all my bills will be great. You know, we got Mentally Corrupted in the house. How you feeling? We have been playing phone tag, but we are doing a giveaway that he also Melody Corrupted will be doing a giveaway. I'll be doing a giveaway for the members and also a giveaway for subscribers. And we're going to talk about something he can create, and that we can we'll do a video on the creation, and that will be what we'll do as a channel giveaway for members and subscribers. So Mentally Corrupted, go check out his channel. He's here on YouTube, and he does a pour every week. Go check out and support Mentally Corrupted. Okay. We got Perry A. Perry A left a comment. He says, my stacking strategy has been get what you need and hold it. Based on your income will determine how much to stack. Thankfully, I'll never have to sell, but at the same time, I'm not buying any more. You know what I'm saying? Good point. Good point. Hey, you have to set it up in a way that's good for you, right? You don't want to overstep your boundaries. You want to make sure he said he don't want to sell. He's holding it. So it's a reason why he's holding it. And I think we all have to figure out why we want to buy precious metals, what we want to hold for the future, and if we do have an exit strategy for some pieces, because I know sometimes we sell certain pieces, and there's a reason, right? So there's always a reason. So after this this break here from the second member of this channel, we'll go in to talk a little bit more about how Long Live Coins does its auctions. Okay, so guys, hold on. We'll see you right after this break.
Hi, my name is Redheaded Step Stacker, and since I've become a member of the JT Coin Rings channel, my life has improved dramatically. Yankee Stacking has been contacting me for silver advice. My ex-wife started paying me alimony. And beautiful women at least 2 or 3 times a day approach me with my favorite desserts. So if you want to improve your lifestyle, I highly recommend becoming a member of the JT Coin Rings channel, the hardest working guy on YouTube.
That's my friend. Hello America. Go check him out. Hello America is a friend of the channel, and also the second subscriber who became a member of the JT Coin Rings channel, and I appreciate him 100%. Me and Red have been going a long way back. We've been supporting each other's channels in any which way. So I love him. He does my commercials. He's the voice. He's the YouTube subscriber with the golden voice, and he done a couple of advertisements for me. He did this for me, and I really appreciate him for that. So go check out Hello America and tell them that JT sent you. Okay, but we left with the last point of this auction that I wanted to ask you about, because you have a pretty cool concept. You have a pretty cool concept, and I wanted to ask you questions about that. Your auctions are different. How did you come up with that concept?
Oh, well, you know, I probably from watching other people. I don't know how original it was. I mean, there's a few other auction channels out there, and honestly, they kind of slowed down or quit doing auctions. And I really enjoyed that, and so I just thought I would do my own. You know, I made it a little original if I can. You know, do my own version of it. But in that, yeah, I just wanted to create that, make sure that avenue is there for people. I enjoyed it when I was able to interact with other stackers and buy a piece of metal while I was doing it. And I just found it to be a fun, enjoyable time, and so I just kind of put my own little spin on it and went for it.
Yeah, I love it. First time that I saw it, I was like, what's going on here? The lights going on and the beats. You had one mix. You had Martin Luther King's speech hooked up inside the mix. I was like, hold up, it's like a party. Where is the tip button? Where is the
Yeah, okay. Well, you're talking about my spinning bins. Yeah,
Yeah.
those. I'm sorry. Yeah, that is unique. That's definitely unique.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. This is the creativity that I love to see from the community. Just different ways to kind of stand out.
Yeah.
So when you did this spin, you call it spin and win,
Spin and bin.
spin and bin.
Yep. BIN.
How
Buy
did-
it now.
Tell the members of the chat about that concept and what nights you do that.
Okay. Yeah, I do that every Saturday night. And so I do a regular auction on Wednesday, every other Wednesday, and that's where I just come on and talk and interact. But then on Saturday nights, I do what's called what I came up with a spin and bin, where I'm spinning, mixing electronic beats on vinyl, and also offering up a coin while I'm doing that for BIN, buy it now. So if someone comes in, I'll type in a price for the coin that I'm offering and put it up while I'm mixing, DJing, and then people can come in and type BIN, buy it now for that piece, and I'll send it out to them. So it's the same. It's just added an element of fun and entertainment, I guess, to it. So
Yeah, and I think I had watched it on my I was at work. I work overnights, and man, that kept me entertained. The music, I put the music on, let it play, and I was just working at the bench, just working. And I like that that approach, and I really had to make sure that I talk about it so you can let people know exactly what days again. Let them know what days again so they can check it out.
Yep, every Saturday at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time.
All right, most definitely. We'll talk about that at the end as well. I want to thank Mentally Corrupted for becoming a member. Thank you so much.
Oh, awesome.
Membership has its purposes, and I think Red's hit the nail on the head. I think you too want beautiful ladies to bring you your favorite dessert. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what other privilege is that? You know, and plus you get giveaways, opportunities for being a member of the JT Corn Ring channel. So thank you so much, Mentally Corrupted, for that membership. Let me see. What house? Maybe let me see. Oh, Perrier says, I love that guy, Yankee Staten. Yeah, you gotta love Yankee. Yankee is definitely top notch in my book. I love him. He's been supportive of the channel as I've been supportive as his as well. Yankee is class act in my book. He definitely
he's a fun guy.
So we're gonna go a little further. I want to also talk about your channel, some of the things that you do on your channel. And so let's share this, guys. This is right here is Long Live Coins channel. Let me move this banner. Some of the things that he has on here I want to share. As you see, he has 239 subscribers, 97 videos. He has videos, shorts, live streams, and his community tab. I'm going to check out one of his shorts because one of the shorts that caught my eye was one of the coins. I said, these are some old coins. And when he explained it, it was biblical. So this goes into what you will see him explain after I show this short. So what I'm going to do is mute my mic because it will be a back.
That this poor widow hath cast in more than they all. For all these have of their abundance cast in unto the offering of God, but she of her penury hath cast in all the living that she had. So thousands of dollars would have been cast into the treasury in equivalent value, I would suppose, that day. But that two little mites caught Jesus' attention. And 2,000 years later, thousands of dollars put into the treasury. And after putting thousands into the treasury, this little mite caught my eye. But this poor widow hath cast in more than they all. For all these.
That's one thing I wanted to share because I saw that this man has coins, but these are ancient coins as well. And I was like, I got to have him on to talk about this very thing because one of the things that I always, how do you diversify your precious metal stack? He not only have silver, gold in his stack, he also said, I want a certain niche, a certain market. I want ancient coins, long live coins. Let's talk about that and bring that beautiful coin in that you had in earlier.
Okay, I'll show a quick up. I didn't show that widow's mite very well. Let me get a better shot of that for the people since we were just looking at it, and then I'll grab that other one. But yeah, so this is a widow's mite, and it's got that anchor pretty clearly visible there. It's just a little tiny piece of copper, and that's what's considered the widow's mite.
Wow.
And this one that we were looking at earlier is from actually even earlier, about 330 years earlier than that widow's mite.
Wow.
Is this, it's called a tetradrachm, and or tetradrachm, however you prefer to say it, and it's about a half ounce of pretty much pure silver. Amazingly, in these old times, or at this time, their silver coinage was very pure, like 98% plus purity. So I find that quite impressive, let alone the imagery and beauty and art that they got on these coins, and the symbology, the speech that they give you without even necessarily being words on there. So I've just, they say, speaking about value and diversifying, they say, well, what are the three things? I think it's like art, precious metals, and real estate or something like that. Well, it's like, if I'm tying basically art, ancient art, in with precious metals, how can I go wrong there?
Right.
So I don't know. Yeah, what got excuse me, drew me into it was the beauty and the art of that time, knowing that this is 2,400 years old almost, and that and again, what these coins were saying, the power that's in that coin, just, I don't know, is impressive.
Right.
Yeah, I suppose it was mostly the art that drew me into it, but I mean, yeah, you are kind of tying together both art and precious metals in this.
And that's the beautiful thing about stacking, because I did a live stream some time ago, a couple of weeks, and I said, what draws you more into your coins? Is it the motto or the design? So what would be your reason to purchase some of the things that you have purchased? And
the art, like looking at this coin right here, just screams the history. This particular one has some good see that toning there up the top and around the sides. It just gives a bit I mean, it just feels ancient. This thing just oozes ancient beauty to me. And the way you can see how when they smash these coins, see how it just kind of splits the edges? That's from them just whacking with a mallet, in between dies. And I don't know, yeah, just the beauty of this coin and the way it toned just makes it totally fitting for ancient coin beauty, in my opinion.
And one thing I love about it is, as everyone can see, the off-centeredness, right?
Yep.
It adds to it. Even though you want, we look at coins today to be perfect, everything
Right.
centered, lettering. But one thing I loved about these ancient coins is that they struck it, created it, did what they had to do, pass it on. Next. That right there shows its uniqueness, the beauty of the coin. It just lets you know that everything about this says old. Everything about this says, this is ancient. So I love the fact that we don't see always pristine coins, and I'm glad that you stack certain things. But where do you buy them, and what else have you learned from stacking this type of precious metal?
Well, I've learned that when I got in, I was excited thinking I'm all getting into this really cool niche that no one's going to know about. And then I kind of came to realize I'm actually entering into the oldest, most used, most, oversold industry probably ever.
Oh, wow. Tell me about it.
Ancient coins. And I mean, this is just what, I'm going to be talking to Aaron Burke, who, has a shop in Chicago, Illinois. They are known for worldwide as an ancient coin dealer of Harlan J. Burke. And so Aaron Burke, his son, is a expert in ancient coins, and I'm going to be talking to him more about that this week coming up. But, yeah, it's, I think, I was looking into it, and the kings of the old day were the coin collectors of the time, I hear. So basically, since this coin came out, I wonder, has it held its value and only gone up over time? I mean, this is, a $1,500, $2,000 coin, and has it held its value kind of over the time? Makes me wonder. But I do know that it is a market that has been, they've been collecting coins from that time. Kings and queens and wealthy people. So I think it was probably a smaller collector group for a while, through all the dark ages. I can't follow it all the way back, and I'd like to talk to Aaron about this, but ultimately thinking about it, it has been a market since they started. Those coins have been sought after by certain people. So,
wow.
And of course, now they do find new hoards every once in a while of, someone just going and burying their collection, and then they go off to war and die or whatever. And those coins have stayed till they got excavated for whatever reason.
Right.
But yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking forward to talking to Aaron this week about is, what he was talking about, kind of being a wild west nowadays because of the internet and the explosion of information in the ancient coin market. So I want to talk to him a little bit about that and see, what have I gotten myself into here, because he himself has been, with his dad there, and they're kind of known worldwide. We can go into that, but he's been around it all his life. And I just think, like his father, one of the things that they were talking about is his father will still, they asked him, which do you like better, ancient art or ancient coins? And he said both. And they said, really, ancient coins? He's like, yeah, I still see things that I've never seen before.
Wow.
So he's been doing it all his life. They're kind of experts in it, but they themselves still see stuff that they haven't seen. So I think it's just kind of something that's way over my head that I'm falling in love with, and I'm glad that I'm doing it, but I didn't quite realize the deep end that I was stepping into when I did. So,
now, it's going to be pretty expensive to.
Well, not necessarily. Like, what's amazing is you can get a lot of people collect Roman. Okay, because of the history, I would suppose, and in fact, the more I learn about these Roman coins, the more it makes me want to collect them. But I don't really like them as much because to me the art isn't there. To me, some of these coins, what I collect, kind of Greek BC, before Christ, or common, however you want to look at that. So I kind of focus on the Greek BC coins, and to me that's where I find the amazing art and imagery. But once you get into these Roman coins, it seems like the some of the liveliness or the life is just like ripped out of the imagery.
Mm-hmm.
They'll still have some of the same gods or goddesses, or by a little bit different name perhaps, but I don't know, the life of the coin has left for me, so I don't get into them quite as much. But like, they have this Roman copper coin is, let's see if it has it, I'm gonna date this at like, probably a little BC, or right 100 AD, somewhere in there. And you can probably get this for $15, well, $18 right there, as it says. So
Okay.
so that's, you can get into the copper coins, or even this is basically, I think, the same coin, but it's kind of what you would call a silver wash, where they were debasing the coins and the middle might be copper, but they would put a silver wash on it to make it look silver. So, and when we speak of debasement, like nowadays, often we refer to the Roman times, and that's basically what we're looking at. This coin provided to me by Tuli Tuli. Thank you, Tuli Tuli.
Tuli Tuli.
Is an example of that debasement. Like, you can see some of this, and I haven't looked this coin up, so maybe it's not a wash. I'm just guessing it is by looking at it.
Mm-hmm.
So, but that's often what we're referring to in the debasement of coins, is where, in the highlight of the Roman days, you have pure gold, silver, and copper, kind of that three metallic. But over time, as they can't afford it anymore, they slowly go to 80%, and then 40%, and then they're just doing silver washes, and it just gets worse and worse. But so you can have these coins for from $10 to $50. I mean, so you can find
good deals. Good,
right.
Good
Some people prefer that Roman coinage just because they know the history of it. So
right.
It depends on what you're after, I guess. I guess I got lost in the art of those ancient Greek coins, and kind of the I feel like they're making a lot of statements.
Yes.
And I can see that just by looking at the imagery, and there's no words. And for some reason, that I like that. It does
something. That's kind of pulls out at you. Like, you look
at it,
makes you focus on the beauty of it. Because I mean, craftsmanship got better over time, and they started to put more care in their coins. And I guess people started looking. I looked up some information on Theodore Roosevelt, and he did not like our United States coins. By this information I found, he wrote a letter to St. Gaudens, and he says the hideous atrocities of our coins, they're ugly, and I need you to make them beautiful. So not everyone liked how ancient coins looked. I'm sure they said, you know what, we can do better job. And over years, certain groups, the Greeks and Romans, said, hey, we can make better coinage. We want to make sure they're also beautiful. So I'm sure time was taken as well. We've seen that Homestead Aquarius made a comment. He says, yes, broken fingers and sketchy hammer aim. These old coins were made by hand. They have a story to be protected, even if we can't be told but imagined. That's a great topic. That was a great comment. Then we have the professional nomad in the house with the $2. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. He says, salute JT. And you know what comes along with that, man. You can't drop a super chat or become a member and don't get a meme. So with that, before the chat, I had no money. I ain't got no money. But as soon as you drop that super chat that supports the channel, guess what?
I got money.
I got some money. Thank you so much for that super chat. That will go to the February funds, which will help me to purchase the giveaway. So I told myself that's exactly how it's going now. I'm going to definitely send out the giveaway. That's how I'll be doing it, by my funds I receive from YouTube. So thank you so much for that contribution once again from the Professional Nomad Podcast. Thank you so much. Salute. Let me go to the comments and make sure that we get people there. Appreciate everyone. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Everyone saying hello to the Professional Nomad Podcast. And we have Mentally Corrupted, who is now remembered. So thank you so much for doing that as well. And okay, let me go back to our question. So I love the coins. I actually love those coins that you showed. And when I looked at one of your videos, you talking about it, also talking about the mites that you showed in your short, I went straight to my coin store, Hartford Coins here in Baltimore, and said, "Hey, show me your Roman coins." And he showed me what he had. He had hundreds of coins, and what I wanted to do was purchase one. He had one for $15 as well, and some as high as $500 or more. So it's so much history, and as you said, he had books on it, so I could get lost in learning about this part of numismatics and coin collecting. So much to learn. So yes. What's next for your I know you have an interview coming up. When is that coming out?
I have an interview with Aaron Burke this Thursday of next week.
Okay.
We're doing a monthly interview as long as our schedules allow.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really, really lucky to have Aaron, especially on my tiny channel. I can't believe that he agreed to come on with me. I'm very appreciative of it.
You'd be surprised how many people want to come out, and it doesn't really matter on the channel size. But the beautiful thing about it is you can build a relationship with them now, and as your channel gets to grow, you'll have this solid information, and people will come back and watch these interviews and stuff like that.
That's exactly what I'm hoping is going to happen, because I'm such a new, and I even use a newbie, as I would say.
A newbie. That's cool.
In the industry. So I'm hoping that, now that I've got Aaron helping me along, and that's who I buy. So I give a lifetime guarantee on my coins.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of a whole deal, is guarantees on ancients. But I guarantee my coins, and I'm buying my expensive high-end coins through Aaron Burke, and they're an established brick and mortar company that's big time, and they're not going anywhere. And they as well give a lifetime guarantee on their coins. So it's got double backed guarantee. We know our coins. We know they're not fake. And even if you proved the one was, you're going to get your money out of the deal. So there's no tricks being played.
Right.
So I'm hoping that people will follow along and learn from a newbie's perspective, all the realizing that, man, I did step into a deep end, and there is so much information here.
That's what is good. So that leads me to the questions of, what do you want to share with your content? For everything that you share, the interviews, what do you want to put out to the YouTube University?
I guess kind of reality and real value, I guess, is what when I was kind of looking at, where I got into it in 2017, kind of looking at what I thought was a lot of deception in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And I found that precious metals was something solid in reality I can hold. It's been around for thousands of years. I understand it. It's real. And that helped me to get a grasp on reality itself a little bit. Then when you also look into these ancient coins and realize that is our history in itself, is on these coins, and how that formed society and how they viewed things at the times, the imagery on the coins, that helps me to see kind of back. And not that I'm getting it all correct, this is just an imaginary, but it helps me to look back into history and see how we've progressed. And I feel like that we may have kind of been led astray in many areas.
Right.
And that we're no longer even hardly seeing some of the reality that's right in front of us. And that's kind of what I'm hoping to do, is just to bring, like I said, create an avenue for people of like minds to come and talk and collect and interact, and
Mhm.
but as well, hopefully bring a narrative to what's going on in today's world. And I think there's a lot of people unaware of our past and why we're at where we're at. And I don't know that I can make all that come to fruition, but that's, part of what I would like to help.
Well, the best thing about YouTube is that you can craft your story. You can craft and create stories that you do want to get out to the world. That's
Yeah.
one of the things I love about YouTube and creating a channel. I remember some years ago, I had a friend who was into movies and doing production. And I was like, man, I want to tell a story of Egypt. And I want to tell how, my father being an immigrant, tell that story. He says, well, you can write a movie. You can create anything you want. YouTube was nowhere to be found for me at that time, but it gives me an opportunity to tell my story. Um, if you can craft it, you can create it, you can put it out. So this is with your channel. I think that's an opportunity to do that, and that's what I think you're doing because I got interested in seeing them ancient coins. I was interested in the spinning bin. These are creations that you're putting out so people can come find uh, a centralized location where they can get it. And guys, I'm talking to Long Live Coins, who has a YouTube channel here, 241 subscribers.
Woohoo!
If you're not subscribed, please go to Long Live Coins. Go check his channel out. He'll be doing interviews. He'll be also talking about coins he has in his collection. Go check him out. This is an awesome series as well, talking about the this metal constellation,
Osmium,
the osmium, man. Beautiful.
crystallized osmium. We should touch on that just for a second, if you don't mind.
Yeah, let me do that. Let me I'm gonna mute our mic so it won't be a back right. I can do that real quick. But before we do that, let's do that when we come back. We're going to take this commercial break, guys. Do not go nowhere because we are talking to Long Live Coins and we're going to learn about some awesome when we come back from this break.
Take pride in your stack and wear it. Johnson Toe is an American craftsman who could take your favorite coin design and create art that you'd be very proud to wear and something very special to share. JT Coin Rings, handcrafts, handmade jewelry, especially for you.
Back. We talking to Long Live Coins, and before we went to that commercial break, because the ads pays the bills, and the bills keep the skills, and the skills help me to continue to do live streams and not get fussed at by my children for not being able to buy them nice things. So thank you so much. If you're looking for a coin ring, please look at me, JT Coin Rings, where I can take any quarter, $50, or any coin in your collection and turn it into a wearable ring. Don't cost much, so you don't have to worry about it being something to break your pockets, just so you can bling. So check out me, JT Coin Rings, and I can do that thing for you, okay? All right, guys, and we're going to talk about this right here, the osmium. Now, in order for me to do this, we have to mute our mics. Which one do you want me to play? Any one of these?
Do the sunshine element there.
Okay, sunshine element. All right, cool. Let me mute our mics and we go for it. Guys, we're going to learn about some osmium. Here we go.
So this piece of osmium here was, did you say 52 grams?
52 grams, so around $73,000.
$73,000. Can you, just
Yeah.
move that a little bit in the light so people can. Oh my goodness.
And for the camera, that's actual sunlight coming through the window hitting that. So it actually got named the sunshine element in the US.
I can see why. My goodness. That is crazy. Beautiful. And this is featured here with Bitcoin and Ethereum. What's going on with this right up here?
Yeah, that's an author was just talking about the similarities.
So this piece of osmium here with
Okay, so there'll be some osmium. This is the first time I was introduced to that watching your channel, and it reminded me of the rocks I used to find, like, and you see you would moving around and you see the sparkle inside of them. And we used to think as kids they were like diamonds. Tell us a little bit more about osmium long-lived coins.
well, I just stumbled across this when I met Ian, and I'm just the more I learn about it, the more fascinated I am. It's a new product just hitting the North America, and it is the most rare. It is the most inert. It is the most abrasion resistant metal on Earth. It's the most dense metal on Earth. It's the highest valued. I mean, it's the attributes of this is amazing. It's kind of surpassed industry just from in the investment standpoint, and is also going to be being big in jewelry as well.
I saw it in the watch.
Yeah.
So you also see this. We'll see this in rings and other things.
Yep, and it's just coming out on the market. It's only been out for about 10 years.
Oh wow!
And it's just hitting North America. Ian is the first dealer in ARC Silver Gold Osmium in Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Is the first dealer in North America to offer crystallized osmium.
Oh wow!
And it just hit the Chinese market and several other markets, big markets. So it's fresh. This is a new market. It's the 8th and final precious metal to be brought to the market.
Wow.
And here's an amazing thing about it is each piece has a code built into it. So it's in a crystalline form, and each, like as you zoom in on the piece and you get those constellations popping, all of those have it's like 10,000 recognition points inside of the size of a ball tip pin. So it has an incredible code built into each piece. So they photograph it. And not only is it a precious metal that when you buy, you hold it and you own it, but it is also connected to a database, worldwide database of Osmium Institute. And so you get a code when you buy it. You have an email. What you need is an email. You can make up your own email just for this if you want, or use whichever email you want. And they'll give you the code of the piece and a code that says that you own it. And so if someone steals this piece of osmium from you and tries to resell it, they're just going to get caught because you can't resell it without your code.
Okay.
So, and that's what connects it to you is so it's like they say here, it's this is a new form of osmium, and it's a secure database, represents the marriage between tangible assets and digital security.
Okay, I spelled it totally incorrect. Thank you, Homestead Aquarius, for fixing that. Osmium.
Osmium.
It's OSMIUM.
Yep.
Okay, thank you. Rockamas, do not charge my head, not my heart. I didn't mean to give you the wrong spelling. I was going off for this Baltimore education. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, and I am a biology major. You would think that I would be more particular, but Dave Pierce looked it up. 0.6 parts per billion in the universe. Very rare.
Very, very, very rare. And they have to, it's mined as a byproduct of platinum.
Okay.
And they say if they mine everything that they think that they could, if they mined all of it, it would be about a meter squared, which is like 3 feet by 3 feet, could fit under your desk.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 1,500 times more rare than gold. Okay, so it's very, very rare. Even if we mined everything that we could, which we probably won't, it's going to be able to fit under your desk. And the other unique thing about it is each piece that they make, it won't be remelted down. It takes such an extreme heat to get it into this inert crystalline form.
Okay.
And when it goes out into like the jewelry or investment world, that piece and that code that's built into it is going to be the last thing standing. I mean, it's the most inert, meaning there's no acid or alkaline that's going to eat into it. It's the most dense, so you can't make up a piece to imitate it because you can't reach the density.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and it's not going to get melted. I mean, it's an amazing product that's going to stay in the form that you make it. So if you make it in a piece of jewelry, that jewelry is not going to get remelted down like a gold ring or a gold chain or this is something that is going to be passed down from generation to generation, almost as an art piece of something that's rare and can't be. I mean, to me, I think that there's a big chance. So it's talking about diversity. This is my new racehorse in the stall, and I don't do crypto. I don't do that, but this was something that I actually can hold, but yet gives me a security tied onto a digital database that keeps people from stealing it and reselling it. And I mean, that's all the things that I want. So I think it's a great opportunity. We're early on it.
Mentally Corrupted says, I'm looking at this stuff now, not cheap, but it's cheaper than gold.
Well, it's priced by the gram, so it's actually more expensive than he was probably looking. So it's about $1,400 a gram. So
geez.
It's actually a lot more expensive than gold, but he may have been thinking that was an ounce.
Okay. He's Homestead Aquarius said the same thing, not cheap. You're right, but in the elite jewelry and stacking world, it's taken off.
Yep, and that's where I got. So the first time I went prepared to buy silver, and when he showed me this osmium, I was blown away by it in person.
Wow,
and that wasn't easy. I was not planning on getting any, and I'd heard about it. I wasn't interested, but when I seen it, it's amazing. It's more so diamond will take light and refract it.
Yes.
But this just reflects it. It's more reflective than silver. So it's taken that category. It is the most reflective thing.
Oh, wow.
And it bounces all the light back at you. So when you're in the sunlight and you see this stuff, it almost tricks your eyes. Like it's crazy. It's crazy. So I bought a piece for my wife and man, am I glad I did. I'm excited about it now that the more I learn about it. So yeah.
Wow. That's pretty cool. And thank you for sharing that on your channel. And say, guys, these are some of the things that you will find on his channel. So go check out Long Live Coins. It's definitely 241 subscribers. I want to show that once again. Go check out Long Live Coins. He has interviews coming up that I think will be very interesting. He talked about the bins, the spinning bins, and also the auctions that he do on his channel. And you'll get good information like this on cutting edge precious metals. I found this out on his channel when I went to go check it out. Mentally Corrupted said, I think he's looking at something that says the site show $39 a gram.
Oh, I know what he's looking. He's looking at osmium. Look up vapor crystallized osmium. So osmium in its raw form is actually toxic. You can buy it in little cubes, like Salivate Metal has a cube of raw osmium, but they kind of contain it and take the radioactivity out of it and stuff. This is the first most
What is it called? Monolith?
I'm sorry,
What kind of osmium is that you should look up?
crystalline osmium or vapor crystallized osmium.
Okay.
And they take it from its raw toxic form and heat it up to like over 9,000 degrees Fahrenheit, and then it recrystallizes in a solid form. So that disc that you were looking, although it looks like a bunch of little flakes, it's all one solid piece of metal.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and it's new once it's made in that crystallized form, it's the most inert anything. And
Okay.
so it's an amazing product once brought to this state. In its natural form, people don't use it because it's toxic and hard to work with. But that's what's amazing about this new company and this new release of crystalline osmium is that these scientists were working on it and finally figured out how to get it in this solid crystalline form without its toxicity and so yeah, they're just bringing it to market now.
Okay. So we have the osmium single crystal, the osmium 99.95 crystalline.
Yeah, so if you go down, let's see, if you type in, let me type it in so I can make sure I'm getting it right.
Okay. We have the osmium here. It looks like something from Superman. See the crystals right here. And osmium from Wikipedia. Osmium.
Okay, so go type in bi-osmium.
Okay. So we said by. I'm typing so say by batch.
Yeah, that'll work as is. Just to hit enter.
Okay.
Now scroll down just a little bit. A little more. Keep going under the questions.
Okay.
Right there, that ring by osmium.com with the ring.
Right here.
Yep.
Oh, right here. Oh wow.
So that's it right there. If you go up to the top, there's bars, boxes. Yeah, click on that, and then you can go in and pick on different size bars or rounds and get their prices and whatnot right there.
Let's see here. We have here a medium edged bar. I'm looking at. Let me see if I see some prices here.
It's right there to the right in that box. Yep. So
we're looking at 0.707 grams.
Not quite a gram.
Right.
For 11.
Yeah, talking about $1,119.66.
Yep.
Good mugger.
Yep. And if you type in to look at, so if you type in osmium price, osmium price. If you type in osmium price and click on that, it'll bring up the. So yeah, if you type in osmium price in your main bar,
okay, let me see.
It'll bring up the pricing grid.
Osmium price.
Yep.
All right.
Scroll down a bit. A little further. Keep going. Under the keep going. There it is. Yep. Oh, the osmium price and right there, market price and market.
Okay. Yep. So, all right. It says osmium price.
Yep. See on that top left, you got the blue says USD. The little blue boxes. Click on USD. And then that chart, if you go to all instead of 1 year in the middle, yep, right there, all down,
all
right there, all right above your clicker.
Oh, there we go, bam.
That's when they brought it to market in 2017-ish.
Yeah, 2017.
And then that's
$567, and then it went all the way up to $1,431.90. That's not, oh, good gracious. This is for a gram.
Yep, priced by the gram.
Priced by the gram. Good gracious. I mean, not even talking about ounce, ladies and gentlemen. And how many ounces in a gold coin?
31.1 or something like that, right?
So you're looking at an ounce of this is worth over. What's the math on that? Let me do the math on that. Good gracious! You have to have something. You got to have some cash, guys. But
yeah, per an ounce, you're.
Let's look at that. So we're looking at how many ounces of the over $1,400 times 30. You're looking at over $42,000.
Yep.
So it's an investment, but it's the eighth precious metal that was brought out, I believe what you said. So, I mean, these are some things that I love hearing about. These are some things that you will find out in stories you will find out on long-lived coins.
Yep, so, we just did a little overview in my last live with Ian. So Ian is the first dealer of this crystallized osmium in North America.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. And I have an interview with him twice a month, and we talk about both precious metals and osmium and what's going on in the market and whatnot. So you can learn more about osmium through him as well.
Homestead Aquarius gave you some kudos. It says Auctions by LLC does are professional and solid. Happy customer here. Always like hearing good things about channel. So you have a person who Homestead Aquarius has been around the community. He says you're doing wonderful auctions, wonderful things on your channel. That's always good to hear.
Thank you, Homestead.
He says, Homestead Aquarius says, I bet when the word really gets out around that there's such an elite metal, people will be lining up. Folks are always wanting the best of whatever. That is some serious bling. That's definitely some serious bling. But as you see the value. You see how much it's going for. So it's interesting to see exactly how this will, go out, especially when you see it made out of jewelry, made out of rings. All it takes is the right person to wear it. So
that's it. It's just it. And they're talking. They've got some.
Hold 1 second, please.
Yep.
1 second. Let me go ahead and talk, Homestead.
Okay. A few industries that are high end enough that they would use it for, some high end equipment or something, but it's already pretty much surpassed industry by investment and jewelry demand. So I think it will just continue on in the top niche market.
I'm sorry, I'm back. Rock Moss, it's time to pay rent, JT. No. That was the Instacart guy. He knocked on the door like it was a fire.
Right? That's what I thought. I was like, oh, man, somebody's
Look, for all he had to do is drop the food on the porch. I was like, no, what is the world? He just started knocking.
You getting served papers or something.
To get back into his Tesla. I was like, is that my daughter? The only person to knock like that will be my 10-year-old daughter, just because to get on my nerves. I didn't even know that I was getting Instacart sent to the house. He knocked on the door, like
Pretty authoritative.
right, just to jump back into his Tesla. I said, I guess he got to pay for the Tesla somehow. So he said, let me go ahead and let this guy know his food is out there. Look, I apologize, y'all, because I didn't know if I picked the right thing. I hope y'all heard him as he was talking. Mentally Corrupted said, it sounded like the police. He said, it sounded like the cop knocked.
Yep.
That's what I thought. I said, what did I do? I paid my registration. I got no violations. I make corn rings and work at a hospital. And I'm interviewing right now. And all I seen the back of the guy's head and the bag. And anyway, I had to. I got to read these comments. He says, maybe it was a cop with a side gig. Look, the economy is going upside down, so I don't doubt it whatsoever. Yeah. Dave Pierce says, definitely the cops for sure. You know I'm going to clip this part up for sure. Definitely clip this part up for sure. It was crazy. Good grace. Well, we got through that. Okay, I'm back. It was definitely a surprise. And let you know this definitely was a live show. And definitely I was not expecting that. But hey, guess what? It's good for live TV. But yeah, basically, let's go. We're going to go ahead and get ready for this game. Because we 1 hour 26 minutes in, and then we have to do the giveaway. We'll have someone who comes up and goes against who solves it first. So we need someone who's up. Come up here. Okay, I'm gonna put the invite. You don't have to show your face. You don't have to show your face, guys. And you can come on up, and we're gonna go against. Long Live Coins. Go check his channel out. If you're not a subscriber, go subscribe now. If anyone is a moderator, you can put his channel inside the chat. Right? Oh, Melody is not set up for live yet. Don't worry about it. If anyone can come click up, I would like to see if they could solve the puzzle before he does. But I want you to go up to Long Live Coins, go make this 240, 2 or 250. Let's give it a 250, and go check out his channel. But we're gonna play this game real quick. Thank goodness the police didn't come lock me up and take me away before the live stream was over. So we will continue. I guess they knew we were gonna play Hangman, so we gotta definitely do that. So let me go ahead and set that up for you right after this, guys. All right, let's go ahead into this commercial break. Who else is going to? We have another member, and she shared her testimonial video. No other than Hardcore Copper. Here she go. I'm telling you, these are the benefits of becoming a member of the channel. You see it, she was smugly in the beginning. But after watching JT Coin Rings and watching me in the basement making those rings, great interviews with people like Long Live Coins, she became a member. And you see that face at the end? You see that face? There's not many channels that can help you do this. Giveaways and good interviews like the JT Coin Rings channel. But you see what happened. Red Step Stacker has beautiful women from all over the country bring him his favorite desserts. And Hardcore Copper went from smugly to something beautiful, all after watching one of the 1,000 videos I have on this channel. I'm just telling you guys, become a member, and join the JT Coin Rings channel. What else can I say? Here we go. We're going to share this screen here. We're going to pick a topic, a category. Okay. We're going to pick a category here. We're going to let Long Live Coins pick it. It's going to be foods, games, animals, sports, or random. It doesn't look like we have anyone who want to come up and play. I don't know why. What's going on? So
We're gonna do animals.
Okay, we're gonna do animals. So that means if you don't have anyone come to play for the quarter coin ring, after this coin interview is over, you have to come back. Right? Only people here be able to know. You have to come back to the end of the video once it's posted, and you have to comment. Okay. What year were you born? Long live coins.
1980.
1980. You have to say 1980. All I want is 1980 in the chat. He says, remember the year of 1980. That's what you have to write. Remember the year of 1980. So whoever writes that in the chat, I'll do a comment picker, and that whoever the comment picker wins will be the winner of that coin ring. Okay. Remember the year of 1980. Let me go ahead and type that in so it can be in the banner, because I do forget.
So yeah, that coin I bought when I was 10 years old or so was in 1880.
Oh wow.
So you can imagine that was probably because my grandmother was with me, and we probably ended up with the 1880 Morgan being born in 1980 would be
wow. See, and that's it. Something to keep.
That's right.
In the year.
I just have a feeling. I don't actually know that, but that's my guess looking back.
I mean, think about it. It all comes together.
Would make sense, right?
Makes sense, and it makes a great story.
Sounds like a grandmother thing to do, yeah.
Yeah, this is what I'm gonna give it to him for, the 100-year-old coin at this point. And he was born in 1980. So what you have to do at the end of the video, once it posted, I need you to come back to it, because that also helps in what? Watch hours. So you come back and you hit in the year of 1980 in the comments, and guess what? You have an opportunity to win. When I do the YouTube comment picker, I'll let you know who won in the community tab of my videos. And this is sponsored by no other than Long Live Coins, because this is the coin ring that he forfeited when he became the first member of this channel. Okay,
so good reasons to become a member of JT Coin Ring. Man.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So that's what we're going to do. Dave Pierce says, "Damn, that was the year I graduated high school." So there we go. It was a long time ago. It was the end of high school for Dave and the beginning of life for Long Live Coins. Okay, so it was a special year. All right, so we're going to do animals. All right, so Long Live Coins, here you go. Now you can get help from the chat by getting a lifeline. But what I need from you right now is the first letter.
R.
Okay. Is there an R on this board? There is an R. Way to go. Okay. What is the second letter on the board?
So you don't have to buy vowels here, or is that? I don't know where I'm getting that from. Can I just pick a vowel too, or do you have?
Yeah, sure. You can pick anything you want. Okay, you want. All right, you want what vowel?
A.
Okay, let's go. Is there an A? There's no A.
Oh.
There's no A.
So is chat playing too, or do I got to pick this all?
If you trust the chat enough, you can go for a lifeline, right?
Okay.
And you can see if you want to see anything the chat says. Sure, let's go ahead and pick from the chat.
Well, let's wait till I get in a bind. Then I didn't know how much just kind of figuring out the rules as we go. So I'm supposed to figure this out on my own here, basically.
Right.
Okay, got you.
But you can go for lifeline. You let me know when you're ready for the lifeline.
All right.
Rockamar says, "Shh." Okay. What's another letter?
Let's go with an I.
Okay. All right. Is it door? Sorry. Okay, let's go for I. Is there an I on this board? There is an I. All right. We getting it's pretty good here. It's pretty good. We got one mistake and 2 letters on the board. This is an animals. This is an animal. What else do you think it is?
Boy. Let's go with in.
Okay. Is there an N on the board? No.
No.
No N.
Let's go to the chat. I better see if they got anything going on over there.
Okay. We have 2 people that said anything. We had Rockamar say, and and we have Melody Corrupted says, dope. I'm sorry. And he did before he all stated anything else. He said, I think it's Tiger.
Oh.
He said, I think it's Tiger.
Ooh, that's gonna be it.
Okay. Well, let's see. Is that what you want to go with one of the people in the chat?
Yeah.
All right. All right. So we're going to see, is this Tiger? Is there a T on the board? There is a T. There's a tiger. You can't go wrong if there's a G. Okay. And I can guess that E is for everyone. And there's an E on the board. This is Tiger. Congratulations.
You use a lifetime there.
That's what I'm saying. If this was a all for all, this would have been a snipe. Thank you, Melody Corrupted. Shot down that with a tiger, figured it out by the letters left on it. It was a tiger. So pretty awesome. Long Live Coins, let them know where they can find you.
Yeah, Long Lived Coins. Go check me out on YouTube. I also have a website. I have not spent enough time on it, but longlivecoins.com.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, just you can send me an email, longlivedcoins@gmail.com. But yeah, just go check out my channel on YouTube, Long Live Coins, and comment there or get in touch with me however you would like.
And let them know also what days are your auctions and also your spin.
Spinning bins.
Yeah,
so I have so tomorrow, actually Monday, I have an interview with Salivate Metal.
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to be also Ian is going to be, and we're going to be talking about osmium with him.
Okay.
And then this Wednesday, I have my regular sit down auction where I'm here at the bench and just auctioning coins there. And then the day after that, Thursday, I have Aaron Burke in on Ancient Coins, an interview on Ancient Coins. That'll be good.
Mm-hmm.
And then Saturday, I do the spinning bin. So.
Okay, so you got a full schedule, guys. Go over to Long Live Coins, get them to 250 plus subscribers. Let's get them to that 500. You're putting out some good information. You can learn about metals like osmium that I never knew about until I seen this channel. Also, we see ancient coins and stories about like the Roman coins he had there, the coins that we even mentioned in scripture. They call them mites, correct?
Widow's Mite, yep.
Widow mites and everything. I mean, all this information you can find up on Long Live Coins, and I'm saying, and get this information from a newbie in a community, and he plays a cool game of Hangman. Thank you so much, man, for being one of the first members of my channel. I really appreciate you, and also agreeing to do this interview.
Yeah, well, thanks for having me, and I would love to have you on my channel. I actually have a bunch of questions that I wanted to ask you that we didn't get to, so I'd love it if you came on my channel as well. And
just tell me when. Let's set it up, and we can do that next.
All right, we'll do that.
Okay.
And thanks for your channel. I really enjoy it, and I think our whole community is great, and I really appreciate you as well. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. And guys, remember the giveaway for this coin ring that's a sponsored and by Long Live Coins. You have put in the end of this video, in the year of 1980, in the year of 1980, in the chat. Once this video is posted, go to and put it in. And at the end of the week, because I hope we get some lot more views on this, and then we can go ahead and do that community. We call it the YouTube comment picker, and then I'll let you know who won. Okay, guys, all you got to do is email me at jtcoins@gmail.com for the winner that I'll put inside the community tab, and then all you have to do is email me where to send the coin ring and your ring size. So when I make it, okay, and if I have time throughout the week, I'll make a video of it as well.
That's a high probability, guys. That's awesome.
So, guys, thank you so much. I appreciate you for coming here, for being here and watching this interview with us. Everyone who stayed strong with us, and those watching the replay, I appreciate you. Make sure to leave comments, and remember, stack, and even you can stack precious metals from this year or like Long Live Coins from yesteryear. Guys, take care. I love you. I'll see you next live stream.
Take pride in your stack and wear it. Johnson Toe is an American craftsman who could take your favorite coin design and create art that you'd be very proud to wear, and something very special to share. JT Coin Rings, handcrafts, handmade jewelry, especially for you.